What's up, guys? Welcome to Bet the Day for May 16th. Hope everyone's doing well and hope everyone's ready to make some money. Got the people rolling in here on TikTok already. Got the people rolling in on YouTube. It's going to be a great day, people. It's a great day. You know why? The Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Mavericks are going to the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if you heard, but we picked both those teams yesterday, so that was good. We took Celtics -5. I was a little concerned about that going the game, honestly. But you know what? They found a way. In the second half, it was all Celtics, right? We're going to break that game down here in a little bit. Mavericks, that was the biggest shocker of the night. That was probably the biggest shocker of the season for me. What they did to the Suns was, it should be a criminal offense. Like what they did to the Suns, Chris Paul crying on the bench last night, that was embarrassing for Phoenix to lose that way on your home floor. So I don't know what to say about that game, but you know, I'm fine. I took Mavericks +6.5, but wow, that wasn't even a sweat. I wish I took Mavericks money line. I believe they were +270 going into the game. My boss told me take Mavericks money line. I said, hey, you know what? I like 6.5 a lot better. I'm going to take the points anytime I can get the points. But still, man, Mavericks money line, if you took that +270, put a decent chunk of change on that, you were a rich man last night. Now, obviously, hindsight's always 20/20 when it comes to that stuff. But still, what the Mavericks did to the Suns should be a criminal offense last night because the Suns just got embarrassed on their home floor. Got a comment rolling in here from Alex. Tanner, I tailed your NBA picks and won again. You are 8-0 recently on NBA. Wow, 8-0 on NBA. We've been doing good. You know what? We've been getting on the right side of the spread. I've been feeling good about NBA. Baseball's been up in the air again. Another good day in baseball yesterday. 2-3 hockey guys. I'm sorry, have not been good there. But we took two big plus money puck line bets yesterday. And you know what? They didn't hit. The teams we picked to win won, but they didn't cover the spread. Good teams win, great teams cover. Any bets today yet? No, we just logged on here, Kevin. Just got on here. The people don't want the picks. The people need the picks. I know that, guys. We just got on here, though. Let me get through my little spiel first. Mavs win was huge. Thinking about the money line, but took 6.5. Luka is so good. Luka's the best player in basketball. I'm going to give a rant on that today. Luka is 100% the best player in basketball. He's the best player remaining in this NBA playoffs right now for a multitude of reasons, but we will break that down here in a minute. Before we get into the show, though, guys, first of all, thanks for joining me. I already got a lot of people coming in on TikTok. Already got 1,000 likes on TikTok. Wow, that's awesome. Got the people joined in here on YouTube as well. Feel bad for the dude who was in here yesterday and had 10K on Bucks money line. Yeah, I feel bad for him too. But you know what? Don't go against the C's, baby. It's the C's. Anyways, before we get into the show, guys, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe already. If you're on TikTok, after the show, go over, watch on YouTube. If you don't like the audio quality on TikTok, go to YouTube. That's where the microphone's directly connected. We always get those comments. Also, check us out on TikTok. We did so much content yesterday. We went to Game 7 in Boston. It was awesome. So much content's already up. We had a video of a guy with a Celtics tattoo. It says 2022 World Champs. It's on our main page, Team Parlay Sports. That's got over, I think, close to 350,000 views right now. That's crazy. A guy already tatted 2022 World Champions on his arm. So that video went viral. And we did a bunch of other stuff. I'm also going to be posting a bunch of stuff throughout the day as well. Today, I got a ton of content yesterday. So make sure you look for that on our TikTok pages. Also put a video on YouTube. And then finally, people, we have merch. We have merch, people, right here. Team Parlay Sports, Bet the Day merch you're watching on YouTube. We have both those on a t-shirt right now, as well as other stuff coming. A lot of fun stuff. So make sure you check that link out, guys. Let's get into the show. Grant Williams is the GOAT. I think that's a great comment to start with. We're going to break the Celtics down first because the Celtics go first. They're number one in my heart. They're number one in your heart. It's hilarious how you just go up to random people. Love it. Well, you know what? When I do it, you gotta read the crowd, right? Like, I've gone up to people and it's gone horribly wrong sometimes because people don't want to be on screen. But like, for example, if you got a guy wearing like a Celtics green hat, a green jacket, driving a green Corvette, we did that one yesterday. That video didn't do great, but we did that one yesterday. Like, we went up to the guy with the tattoo with the Celtics 2022 World Champs, right? Those people want to be featured. Those people want media all over them, right? Now, if you go up to the person in the corner like this, you know, tucked away saying, hey, don't look at me with the camera, obviously that's a different story. You probably want to stay away from those people. But yeah, the people love the street content. It was actually really cool. I want to give a shout out to whoever recognized me on the street. We had a few people come up to us, Team Parlay. One kid came up to me, yo, you're Tanner Kern. You're the TikTok guy. I'm like, yeah, man. He's like making me money. So I appreciate that. Whoever, if he's watching right now, I appreciate you, and I'm going to post that video today as well. Miami going to destroy the Celtics. That's funny, Jason. That's funny because I don't think that's going to happen. And you know what? I'm a realistic Boston fan. I think the Boston Red Sox are going to lose tonight. I said the Bruins are going to lose in Game 7, but I said the Celtics were going to win the Eastern Conference semifinals and go on and win the Eastern Conference finals. So, Jason, you could be in a little trouble there. That's what I'm going to say. Don't remember the last time TD Garden was that loud. It was crazy. it was insane. Boston in 6. I love that. Everett, how you doing? Good morning, Everett. Daily on the show. Love that. Boston Garden yesterday was unreal, and it started to get louder in the second half, obviously. When the Celtics went on that run right out of the locker room, it got loud, and then it got really, really loud when Jason Tatum went to the bench in foul trouble, and then they just continued to pour it on. The Bucks couldn't close that gap. That was the one point in the second half where I was a little nervous, and then Grant Williams, man, dagger after dagger after dagger. He just stabbed the Bucks repeatedly with his three-pointers. He was sensational last night. He was the story of the game. We can talk all about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. The Celtics don't win that game if it's not for Grant Williams yesterday, so that was a lot of fun to watch. Big podcast guy, anonymous sports gambler. I saw your comment. I think it was on my page. I thought that was funny when I was like in Mohegan Sun asking people for locks, and you're like capper in quotes. I thought that was hilarious. Deer meat, Air Crocs. Yeah. Deer meat. We went deer hunting yesterday. We got the job done. So let's start breaking this game down, guys. It's going to be a heavy, intensive baseball show today. We're going to talk series prices, future bets a little bit with the remaining NBA teams. We're not going to talk much hockey today besides recapping yesterday. We'll get into all those games tomorrow. We have epic days ahead between the NBA and the NHL playoffs. So very excited about that. Frank Serino, I've never seen a worse Game 7 performance. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a bad performance from the Bucks, and then the Suns made it even worse. They showed that you can get worse than what the Bucks did last night. Yo, what's up, Das Diggity? How we doing, man? How we doing? I'll try to get some pitching props in there for you today. Celtics Mavs final. I'm hopeful, guys. That's what I'm going with. What's up, Tanner? How we doing? Xander versus TV. I cashed my 8-leg parlay yesterday, $2 into 111. Nice job, Matthew Weltman. Love that. Astros or Red Sox? I'm going to go with the Astros today, most likely, but the problem is Red Sox are favored on the run line, so you really don't have much value there. Astros run line today. You could go alternate spread there. I'm just going to play the under in that game. I'm going to play the first half under and the regular under. We can talk about that in a minute here. Luca is him, any good under. So Air Rocks, however you say that, we'll talk unders here in a minute for baseball. I only have the Red Sox today. I got a few money lines and a few run line bets, a few really good looking run line bets today. Okay, so let's get into this. Das Diggity coming in here on YouTube. Celtics versus Warriors NBA Finals. I think the Celtics will be there. I think the Celtics can roll through. The Heat, and they need to. They can't go to Miami. We saw it yesterday. We were walking at TD Garden. Unders are hitting around 60% Major League Baseball. Yeah, I mean they are hitting. You just got to pick and choose. Sometimes I don't really play baseball overs. I hate playing baseball overs, but I'll play unders all the time. Damn, why did I believe your D-back pick? El Mayo, you got me. Well, you know what? Hey, buddy. Hey, Kevster. I did lose the D-backs pick, but if you tailed the other two picks, you went 2 and 3, you hit a plus money, plus 122 Angels run line bet, and you won money, people. It's not rocket science. Never been rocket science. Tailing, you win. Come on now. Anyways, guys, let's get into basketball. I really want to talk about basketball today. We're going to talk about baseball a lot towards the end of the show here, but let's talk about basketball. Celtics and Bucks were close in the first half, right? The Bucks owned the first quarter. Celtics came alive a little in the second quarter, and then coming out of the locker room, the Celtics just absolutely rolled. Here's the difference in this game. Bucks were 4 of 33 from the three-point line. Obviously, we knew the Celtics were going to win the three-point battle, right? The Bucks were going to win the paint battle. What means more, though? We saw yesterday that three-pointers mean more. Celtics, 22 of 55 from the three-point line. That's 40%. They held Giannis to 25 points. Now, granted, Giannis almost had a triple-double like in the first quarter. He was at 15, 8 and 7 in the first quarter. I don't even remember what it was, but I looked up at the scoreboard and I'm like, damn, Giannis almost has a triple-double already. But they did a great job. This was the best defense they played on Giannis throughout the entire series. The old man Al Horford only had another 2, 3, 4 points, whatever he had yesterday. But the fact of the matter is he rebounded well, and he did good enough. He did good enough to contain Giannis. That's what I'll say about that. We knew, I talked to a lot of people outside the arena before the game, and I'll post those interviews. They said, hey, we know Giannis is going to beat us today. We can't allow everyone else to beat us. Drew Holiday had a good game, but Grant Williams, man, dropped 27 points, shot 7 of 18 from the three-point line. He was plus 25 in the plus-minus yesterday. How can you not beat that? That was just a great performance out of him yesterday. So fun to watch, just draining threes, man. The place was rocking. It was awesome. And you know what? Peyton Pritchard came in, made some big shots down the stretch. Bench player stepped up, and I got to give a little credit to my producer from yesterday, Coach Greg, who was the coach, as many of you guys know him. He came in and helped me. He was my production guy yesterday, planning out stuff, helping me get some content on the streets. And he said to me, he's like, there's going to be a bench player that steps up today. And he was right. It was Grant Williams. And Grant Williams just absolutely rolled. Peyton Pritchard hitting some big threes to ignite the crowd. He did. Peyton Pritchard was an animal late. So it was really fun to see. And the Bucks got frustrated, as we can see here. Alex coming in here on YouTube. If you guys want to watch on YouTube, see the YouTube comments, come over there. It links in the bio. But Giannis was off in the second half. He was missing layups from Alex. Yeah, Giannis he really didn't look good. I think once the Bucks knew they were going to lose, they kind of folded and it was over. You could see Brook Lopez. He was getting very angry. He was getting very, very irritated, right? And people, I went TikTok live right after and people were saying, oh, the Celtics got all the calls. I mean, early in the game, I thought the Bucks were getting a lot of calls. I thought the refs did a fair job. I thought it was pretty 50-50. I thought there were calls I disagreed with on both sides, and there were good calls on both sides. So I don't think you can really blame the refs when the Celtics shoot 22 of 55 from the three-point line. And if you think the refs lost this game, if you were Bucks money line yesterday and you think the refs lost, I can't help you, man. I mean, the Celtics came out and they flat out beat the Milwaukee Bucks. And the same thing with the Mavericks last night. Same thing with the Mavericks. Let's see here. Got some questions. Dream job. I love what I'm doing now. I like being in the content space, the on the digital content space. We'll see what happens in the future. Peyton Pritchard, ignite the crowd. Astros is a trap. Boston or no bet. Astros getting hammered by the public, but goes minus 105 to plus 130. Honestly, I would stay away from the Red Sox right now. You just don't know what you're going to get with them. If I had to make a pick, I would probably go Astros, right? But you don't know what you're going to get with this team. Odorizzi's on the mound today. He's pretty damn good. You know what you're going to get out of Garrett Whitlock. He's going to go 4 or 5 innings. He's most likely going to shove. I'm going to take advantage of that with the first half under in this baseball game. Celtics series is minus 175. Yeah, and so everyone's saying the Heat are going to roll. Vegas does not believe the Heat are going to roll in this series. If you're taking series prices, there's no point in taking, obviously, when you take a future bet, right? And now series prices are a condensed future. If you look at a future over, if I place a bet now to see who's going to win the Super Bowl, obviously the odds are going to be great. A series bet's like a condensed future. Minus 175, absolutely no value. There's only one future bet that I would possibly play, and that's if you believe in the Mavericks. Now, I'm a Boston fan. I'm going to tell you that right now, but I believe Boston's going to roll through the Heat. I think they're a better team. I think this is a different team, and I think they could have trouble once they get to the finals. I don't think the Boston Celtics have too much difficulty in this Eastern Conference Finals. I think the Mavericks will give the Warriors a run for their money. We look at what the Suns did. They allowed Luka Doncic. They gave Luka Doncic an opportunity to eliminate them in a game 7. You can't do that. Luka's too good. He's too talented. Talk about Dinwiddie off the bench, but what Luka did, he only played 30 minutes last night. He was unreal. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Got some comments rolling in here. Is it better to put money on the Celtics to win the series or bet them game by? I would bet them game by game, honestly, because you're going to get some plus money when they do go on the road to Miami. Let me see what the first game spread. And we're going to talk first. The first game's tomorrow. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow. I want to focus on baseball today. But like Celtics, you can get them plus 110 tomorrow, right? I think they could have a little difficulty, but plus 110 tomorrow, I think is a pretty damn good deal there. Let's see. Twins 1.5, Marlins 1.5, Angels 1.5. Thoughts, please. I have the Angels at 1.5. I would also take the Twins and the Marlins there. But the bet I'm going with that I love is the Angels. I'm on them plus 2 and the under. So it's plus 1.5 now. The under's 204. Yeah, the under's tough early in the series, but I talked to a kid yesterday outside one of the bars, and he was like, game 7 unders. He has a Boston accent. Game 7 unders. I actually posted the clip on there. And, I'm high on the unders, but again, both these teams can pop off. We saw early in the playoffs, early in a lot of these series, games were going over, and the score started to dip as we got later and later into the series. So just keep that in mind, Everett. But I do like them at plus 2. I think Boston rolls. I think Boston in 6, and I think they need to win the series in 6 because you can't allow them to go back to or you can't allow Miami to have the chance to beat you at home. Walking into TD Garden yesterday, I saw how much home court advantage matters. It makes a huge difference. Even in a sport like basketball where you're not communicating plays and all that like football, it's still a big difference. Das Diggity coming in here on YouTube. Couldn't believe Suns, man. Poor CP3. He'll never get a ring. It was a gift wrapped for him this year. Yeah, I mean, they blew it. Devin Booker was terrible. Chris Paul was terrible. And they have nobody, but you can't feel bad for Chris Paul. No one to blame but the Suns. They allowed Luka Doncic to have an opportunity to come in and win. The Mavericks weren't going to be bad 4 times in a row on the road. I thought they would cover. I didn't know if they would win. What they did, I don't know if anyone predicted that. If you took an alternate spread on the Mavericks last night at a 6.5-point dog and you brought them to, say, just even minus 12, you won a lot of money last night. Comments rolling in here on TikTok. Hey, what's up, Free Pickman? How you doing? Tigers Money Line. Winning streak continues. I stay away from betting bad baseball teams. How you feel about Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees? I have the Yankees, the Dodgers. They've been so inconsistent lately. The Rays, let me check out the Rays a little bit here. Rays, Tampa Bay Rays. Let's see here. I mean, I wouldn't take them run line. I don't think that's a prime run line bet. I don't like them at 205. I mean, money line, that's a good parlay piece. I'd probably go Rays parlay, but overall, that's a game I would stay away from. See, if I have a good team on the run line at home, I don't play it because, again, you're only guaranteed 8 at bats if you're leading going that 9th inning, right? If you're a home run line team. If you're minus 205 on the money line, I usually don't play it. I might stick it at a parlay, but it's just going to be a little extra piece to boost it if I feel really good about the matchup. Total wise, 7.5. I stay away from 7.5 total. So I can't really give you much of an input on that game. I would say go with the Rays. And I know a lot of you guys ask questions to go with parlay pieces, but that's a game I would stay away from. The bets I have, I feel really good about today in baseball. We'll talk about those in a little bit. Cardinals were plus 120. I have Cardinals now at plus 102. They were plus 120 yesterday. What they did to Carlos Rodon was also should be punishable for up to like 10 years in jail. Carlos Rodon 8 earned yesterday. 8 earned. He was really bad. I was shocked watching that game. It was great though. I watched that game. I didn't bet it. I was like, you know what? I was going to take the other side of this bet. I didn't do it. Luckily I stayed away from it, and then I watched the Mavericks roll. So it was a good night for me. NHL series prices you like, NBA. So the one series price that I do like in the NBA right now, at least, is the Mavericks. And Mavericks are at plus 200. So I do like that a lot, really do. I think that's a good play. NHL, I haven't really looked into much series price stuff, but I can tell you right now what I'm feeling good about here in the NHL. I mean, based on the series, you're going to get value in the Tampa Bay Lightning Panthers series. That's going to be a tight one. St. Louis Blues, Avalanche, you're not going to get much value there. I think the Avalanche cruise. Rangers, Hurricanes, you're going to get some value. Now, the Hurricanes have home ice in this, but I do like the Rangers. I think they've been special. What they did yesterday was pretty phenomenal. They found a way to win when they really shouldn't have won if you look at the box score. And then Edmonton and Calgary, I think that's going to be one hell of a series. Calgary really just didn't have any luck on offense against the Stars. But again, they put a lot of shots on goal yesterday. It's amazing they didn't cover. That's what I think. It's amazing they didn't cover, but Johnny Gaudreau stepped up late. They got the job done there. But yeah, as far as I only have one series price bet locked in right now on the NBA, and it's Mavericks. I have not looked at series prices for NHL. I'll probably stay away from those. I think there's better money to be spent when it comes to series prices, just because I would rather put something on the Stanley Cup, because there's still good value in the future market for the Stanley Cup. Now, I had a lot of people message me too about the NBA future markets for the NBA Finals, and if you bought the Celtics at plus 210, you shouldn't have done that. I'm going to be honest. You really shouldn't have bought the Celtics at plus 210. If you're going to buy one team right now, it should be the Mavericks, and you shouldn't have even bought them at plus 700. If you got the Celtics going into Game 6, they were plus 1,000. They then dropped to like plus 600 going into Game 7. Now they're plus 210. So you got to buy at the right time, people. That's what it comes down to. This is stock trading, right? You got to examine these future markets. You got to be ready to go on. Don't buy the Celtics at plus 210. Buy them at plus 1,000. You can put less money on them. It's more of a risk. Like, you're getting plus 210 because you're trading knowledge for odds. So like, I know the Celtics are at least in the Eastern Conference Finals, but if you felt good about them in Game 6 and you felt good about them in Game 7, you really should have bet them at plus 1,000 instead of plus 210. So that's my take there. I would stay away from the NBA future markets unless you're doing a hedging situation now, because the odds are just so much worse with only 4 teams remaining in the postseason. Who you like for the Nerfy? Nerfies today. I think Mariners, Blue Jays, Nerfy looks okay with Kikuchi. He has the ability to shove and flex in. I know both teams can hit the ball a little bit. Depends. Odorizzi versus Whitlock. That you're playing with fire there if you go Astros, Red Sox, but you could get some value. Braves, Brewers, I think is a decent Nerfy there. Twins, Athletics are always a good team. Nerfy. That's what it comes down to there. All right, so let's read these comments here, and then we'll get in. We'll break down hockey a little bit, and then we'll break down baseball, and then we'll get into our plays for the day. Baseball, any guarantees? There's no guarantees in sports betting, guys. There's no guarantees in anything. Okay. You see the Dodgers, they lost 4 or 5 games in a row now? No guarantees. I got Golden State plus 225 to win the West a month ago. Like, that's a great bet, Everett, because if you look at them right now in the future markets, to win the finals, they're plus 125. So to win the West, they're probably, to win the West, they're minus 230 right now. So Everett, that's like a great bet. You got to buy at the right time, right? So Everett, great job hitting that. Yankees, O's under I have Yankees Run Line. I think it's a good play today. Let's go Rangers. Baseball guarantees. Nerfy under 5.5 is money. Under 5. Well, so Stars under 5 I took yesterday. And really, when you look at the box score, if you were an under 5.5 better, if you found it at 5.5, I got it at 5 and I didn't play it. But if you took it at 5.5 and you look at the box score, you should be very concerned, because there were a lot of shots on goal by Calgary yesterday. Now, I played a 3.5 point teaser. Honestly, I shouldn't even play the teaser. I should have just parlayed Mavericks 6.5, Celtics -5. That's what I should have done. It would have been a bigger payout, but it was plus 137. I put 100 on that. Celtics -5 to 1.5. That hit. And then Mavs plus 6.5 to plus 10. So that was easy money there. Really no concern on that teaser. But that was my bigger bet. I went bigger on that because I didn't feel great about the spreads on either side. Even Celtics fans didn't feel good. I think a lot of Celtics fans thought it was going to be a 1 or 2 point game. I think a lot of Mavericks fans didn't believe in the team. There were some, obviously, but I thought I liked them at 6.5. I didn't like a money line. Anyway, teaser cash. Penguins, Rangers. Listen, the Penguins blew a game yesterday. They outshot the Rangers 45-35. They were 40% on the power play. The Rangers are 25%. Not a good night for them. Rangers found the back of the net, but guess who? Artemi Panarin. That's what it comes down to. Big-time players step up in big-time situations. That's what we saw from the Rangers yesterday. They got the job done there. In the Stars-Flames game, it was all about Johnny Gaudreau. All about Johnny Gaudreau, man. 2 points out of him. Jacob Markstrom was very good. And, Jake Oettinger made 64 saves. 64 saves. The Flames put 67 shots on the net, and he stopped 64 pucks. That's pretty impressive out of him last night. So if you're looking at that game, it was a 3-2 game. How did it not go over? If a team put 64 shots on the net, that's just an unreal performance from Oettinger. Unreal. Because on top, he was the second star of the game. So we look at that game. I had Flames 1.5. They won 3-2. Obviously, we were on the right sides of the bet. We just didn't get enough goals scored. Now, the Penguins jumped up early. It's amazing the Rangers came back. But when I look at that Flames bet, I don't regret that one at all. Yes, did I lose it? 100%. But I don't regret it when I see a team putting 67 shots on the net. If you say to me, hey, this team's going to outshoot a team 67-28, and you're going to take the puck line bet, I'm going to take it 100% of the time, because that's a lot of shots. Credit to Oettinger. You just got to tip your cap because he was sensational yesterday. Nerfy the Red Sox day. You might want to nerfy the Red Sox day. It could be a little risky. All right. But you might want to do it. I mean, the value's probably going to be there because the Astros can hit the ball and the Red Sox are coming off 2 out of 3 good hitting performances. But at the same time, people, you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire with Nerfies in any case. I know a lot of you guys like the quick money. -105, sure. If for -105, it's worth it. Don't put your house on it by any means. I think it's worth it, though. I think Garrett Whitlock can shove. And I think Jake Odorizzi can get through Xander, Devers, and JD. But we look at the Red Sox lineup as a whole, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit, so I don't really want to get into it too much right now. It's Xander, Devers, and JD. Those 3 guys are hitting really well right now. The whole lineup is not hitting good, but those 3 guys are hitting well. And when you're playing the Nerfy, you're going against the big 3 because they're going to go 2-3-4 or 1-2-3, whatever. I don't know who's going to lead off tonight, whether it's going to be Kike. I think Kike's been hitting better in the leadoff spot, so I'll probably go Kike, Xander, Devers, JD. Boom. So you're playing with fire there even with the Red Sox. You want to drop money on it, go ahead. I'm gonna spend my money in better spots, I think. Red Sox Nerfy isn't there. I would rather play the first half under just so I have a little more leeway. Second half, someone, I don't know who it is, and if they're watching the show right now, they actually gave me a good little nugget of information. Second inning Nerfies are great. So second inning, no runs first inning. So no runs in the second inning are great because, you're going to get through that bulk, those first few guys. The odds are going to dip a little bit, obviously, but you're still going to get good value in the second inning. Okay. Red Sox, I have the over, very windy with winds blowing out. Yeah, that could change tonight too, obviously, in Boston. We'll see. But 9 runs, 9's a little pushy. The fact of the matter is Garrett Whitlock probably go 4-5 and shove. Now, honestly, you're playing with fire either way, but I like the first half under just because I think both pitchers can do some damage. I don't trust the Red Sox offense, and I'm gonna go off the numbers. I'm gonna go what I see. If I lose the bet, okay, so what? I'm gonna win more times than not by trusting the numbers, by trusting what I see here. Frank Sereno coming in here. The unders hit like crazy the last 2 days across NBA and NHL. They did. The unders in the NHL in the Game 7s were shocking to me. I really didn't see that happening. But it did, man. So that was the credit to those teams for playing great defense. But when I see the Stars put 64 shots on the goal, or 64, the Oettinger makes 64 saves, the Flames put 67 shots on the goal. It's really hard to say that game. How are there only 5 goals scored in that game? It's because the Dallas Stars don't play; they can't score. And Calgary only scored 3 goals. So Das Diggity, hey Tanner, I went with your logic with the Dodgers. I have 1 foot left and homeless. Listen, Das, they're on a losing streak. You can't bet the Dodgers on a losing streak. You gotta wait till they get hot. Wait till they get hot, and they'll be just fine. Everyone sees the Dodgers, right? And you're just gonna hammer the Dodgers. I can't tell you how many people in our Discord, and if you're not in our Discord, make sure you join it. Totally free to join. We almost got 1,000 members in there. Go up, click the link, and join it right now. But I can't tell you how many people in Discord, and Das, you can attest to this, bet the Dodgers, they're bound to win today. They're bound to win, right? You still have to bet the matchup, people. Like, it's not a good idea in Major League Baseball to bet off, being due. If a team's due, it's not good. It's not good at all to bet that because nothing's guaranteed, right? You still got to bet the matchup. You still got to look at the pitchers. You still got to look at the offensive stats, the defensive stats, right? You can't just say, hey, this team's due. I'm going to put $100 on Dodgers Run Line and hammer it. Now, Everett, I do bet Dodgers Run Line. I can see you coming in with the comment there. Bet the Dodgers stay Run Line. I will probably bet the Dodgers today at some point Run Line. But again, you got to pick and choose your spots here. Dodgers today are at home against the Diamondbacks facing Madison Bumgarner. They got Tony Gonsolin on the mound, who's been really, really good. But I don't love this bet today because, one, the Dodgers aren't playing great. So just off that alone scares me. 2, they're at home. Okay, being at home helps, right? You're going to get the home crowd, but at the same time, you're only going to get those 8 at-bats. 3, the Arizona Diamondbacks can hit home runs. That scares me a little bit too. 4, Madison Bumgarner's on the mound for the Diamondbacks. He's crazy and he can shove. So with that being said, it kind of scares me. Do I think the Dodgers are going to win this game? Do I think they're going to win by multiple runs? Yes, I do. Of course I do. But when I do the logic as a bettor, it doesn't make sense for me to spend my money in this area. It doesn't make sense for me to buy this stock. That's what I'll say. Okay, so baseball yesterday, though. Hockey, any other questions? Throw them in the chat. We can talk about series prices a little more, but I do want to spend a good amount of time on baseball at the latter half of the show. We're at 30 minutes already. So we got another 30, 40 minutes here, but Yankees White Sox under 8, that hit yesterday. Nestor Cortez shoved. Michael Kopech was good enough to keep this game under. 6 innings, 3 earned. There were only 6 hits in the game. So with that being said, Yankees came through. Joey Gallo hit a nice little home run to win 5-1 there, but easy under of 8. Cubs, D-backs. We had D-backs money line. I had the comment here on YouTube. Someone saying, why'd you make me believe in the Diamondbacks? Diamondbacks are pretty good this year. I can't say they're not. But on top of that, people, we went 2-3 in baseball, so it wasn't a bad day. But the Cubs came through. Chicago got up early, and the problem is the Diamondbacks bullpen shove. We knew the Diamondbacks bullpen was going to shove, but if Arizona's not hitting home runs, they have a tough time winning games. They're not good at manufacturing runs. They need to hit bombs. And they had every opportunity to win that baseball game yesterday. They just couldn't do it. So you got to give credit to the Cubs there. Angels Run Line. Everyone came on, said, what's your best bet? What's your best bet? I said Angels Run Line. The A's were 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 runners on base. This team cannot hit the baseball. If you get a spot, and we're going to do it today, I believe here, or we're not doing it today, but if you get a spot against the A's where they are at home against a good hitting baseball team and you can get plus money for a run line bet, you take it all the way. The Angels are a good hitting baseball team. Patrick Sandoval was money on the mound yesterday, and they played against the A's who just don't hit the ball. So knowing that the Angels can score runs, you're just fine there. Was an average week, ugly but profitable. Let's hope this week is hot. Hey, you know what? Any week you're profitable, it's not ugly, because the point in sports betting is to make money over time, right? If you win 30, 40 bucks, if you're up 30 or 40 bucks in a week, I don't know what your unit size is. I don't know what any of those details are for you guys, but if you're up 30 bucks in a week, you did good. If you're up $1 in a week, you did good. We bet today so we can bet tomorrow. As long as you don't lose enough where you can't bet, you're in good shape, right? It only takes one, just like on TikTok, guys, it only takes one video. And that's why we got that guy with the Celtics 2022 world champs on his arm, the tattoo, and that blew up. So that's what it comes down to, guys. So real quick here, we already talked about future bets. We already talked about all that for NBA and NHL a little bit. So we're going to move into baseball here. But real quick, I just want to talk about the Celtics here and the Heat. I think this is going to be a phenomenal series. Heat 7-3 in their past 10. Celtics 7-3. They're both averaging about 107 points a game. They're both averaging 41 rebounds, about 20. Celtics have a few more assists, right? But they're each shooting 45% from the field. Opponents are averaging about 100 points. It's going to be a tight series, but I do think the Celtics roll once they get going there. When it comes to the Warriors and Mavericks, I will not bet against Luka Doncic. I will never bet against Luka Doncic, because you know what? He's a good basketball player. He's one of the best basketball players in the league. And here's my little rant. I think Luka is the best basketball player in the league, because you look at the supporting cast. He doesn't have a supporting cast. Yes, Jalen Brunson. Okay, he scored 20-something points last night, right? He was good. Dinwiddie had 30-something off the bench, but You can't tell me Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith and Jalen Brunson and, Spencer Dinwiddie off the bench and Kleber off the bench. You can't tell me that's a championship caliber bench. You can't tell me that's a championship caliber 2 through 5. Miami in 5 is the biggest, craziest comment I've ever seen on this show. No, Miami will not win in 5. Anyways, we're talking about the Mavericks right now. Got a comment here from Merrill Coleman. Luka is an effing menace. Luka is so good at basketball. You look at what he's done without a supporting cast. You deserve to tip your cap. You got to tip your cap. Like, he's been so good. It's unreal. He hasn't had a bad game. He's going to step up. He's going to be great. LOL, right. Celtics in 6. I like that. Now we're arguing about who's going to win. The Celtics are going to win. I'm a realistic Boston fan. When I say the Celtics are going to win, the Celtics are going to win. They'll win in 6 games. They will win in 6 games. Hell, they could win at 4. They could sweep. You see how good the Celtics have been? Remember the Brooklyn Nets? Oh, yeah, they beat them in 4 games. They beat the Bucks, who no one believed in. And don't give me the Chris Middleton if Chris Middleton was on the floor. Listen, the Celtics would have competed no matter what. They were just very, very good in this series. And on top of that, they're playing the Heat. And I think the Bucks were better than the Heat without Chris Middleton. Boston is overrated, barely got by the poverty net. Guys. There's comments that you guys just, and you know what? The people that have the user 25762 handles on TikTok are the ones that are usually the biggest like chirpers and all that. Not even chirpers, but just stupid commenters, right? Boston is overrated, barely got by the poverty nets. Barely got by the poverty net. They swept them. They couldn't do anymore. You can't beat a team in 3 games. Come on now. I'm sick of hearing about Middleton. I am too. You know what? Middleton, get on the floor. I don't care about your torn MCL or whatever, your strained MCL. Get on the floor. I was surprised he didn't play in Game 7, but again, these series last 2 weeks, right? So, I don't know what the grade of his strain was in his leg, but at the same time, too, it's like, I thought he would be back on the floor by the end of the series. And throughout the whole series, we heard it. Middleton's going to be back. We just didn't see it happen. Okay. Let's see here. Comments rolling in here. I'm sick of hearing Middleton. Celtics plus money. Game 1. Calling my name. It is. It's a great bet. Exactly. There we go. Yep. So, yeah, you can't beat the Nets in 2 games. The Celtics they didn't just get by the poverty Nets. I wouldn't say the Nets are poverty. They weren't as good as people expected them to be, but going into the year, they were the favorites to win the Eastern Conference. So just keep that in mind. I know they made the stupidest trade in the world, but would James Harden really help the Nets? Would he? He's not that good. He stepped up 1 time for the Sixers. If Boston clicks to the full team, they really have the pieces. They do. Jason Tatum's a bad man. On top of that, you got Jaylen Brown. Now when you're getting support, you get Marcus Smart, obviously Defensive Player of the Year, but you're getting support from all these other guys that just, like Grant Williams. Talk about Grant Williams' story of the playoffs right now. He's been so good. So good. Al Horford, the old man Al Horford's dropping 30, and I don't know how he dropped 30 in that one game. I don't know, because I've watched him in the past 2, and he's been a terrible scorer. He seemed like he's playing lazy to me, but he's obviously doing something in the paint to get the job done there. Boston versus Warriors, I'm calling it. I would love that, because Boston almost burned to the ground yesterday by going to the Eastern Conference Finals, so I can't imagine what it'll be like here when they win the finals. Bro, Miami has twice the depth as Boston does. Miami's bench is going to expose Boston. We do realize, just user 25762, that's, I can't trust your comment now. That's a good comment. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a good comment. I think that's a valid comment, but I'm not going to acknowledge it now after you said they barely got by the poverty Nets when they swept in 4. I can't get behind you there. But seriously, I think the Heat bench is a little more loaded, but what did we see from the Heat bench when they went to Philadelphia? We didn't see much. Don't tell me about Tyler Hero. I got Grant Williams. I'm all set. Boston literally hasn't faced a team at full strength yet. Guys, keep doubting Boston. Keep doubting Boston. I didn't mean the word barely. I meant that on Bucks. No, you said Nets. Buddy. You can't change now. Your NBA picks don't miss. I appreciate that. We look at the Celtics. Keep doubting Boston. Keep doubting them, guys. Every year, Boston can't win the big game. Well, you know what? Jason Tatum's 24 now. He's been in the league a few years. I think he's ready to win the big game. That's my take there. Let's move on, guys. I don't want to get too angry right now. We'll get angry when the actual series starts. Let's just talk baseball. So we got some good plays in baseball today. Oh, yeah, and Luka Doncic is the best player. We were talking about Luka, and we moved over to the Celtics. People love chirping me over the Celtics, but, Luka, by far, best player in basketball because of what he's done without a supporting cast. Obviously, yes, Giannis gets all the praise. Giannis gets a lot of praise. I shouldn't say that, but, we got Giannis. There's so many great players in the league, right? There's so many great players in basketball, guys, and obviously – Obviously, obviously you got Jokic, you got Durant, you got, I mean, a lot of just great players. Steph Curry, LeBron James. There's so many great players. But on top of that, I just think it's been unreal what Luka has done without a lot. SOG, or you don't do those. What, shots on goal prop? I mean, you referring to shots on goal? I try. I don't really do much of the hockey props. Like if I'm going to play props, I usually play basketball. I have not done much of that. When we get through basketball, when we get through hockey, I'll really start playing props a lot for baseball. I'm a big baseball props guy. I just don't have time to do enough research on them when you're looking at all these playoff games and stuff. And you want, like, I like betting spread bets the most. I like giving you guys spread bets, but I do some. I think there's a lot of money to be won in shots on goal. I mean, if you take the first line in a lot of these, in playoff series, they're getting a lot of minutes. So I'm going to ride with the shots on goal prop in some cases, not all cases. Sometimes I'll do it. I usually try to stay away from them though, just because it's like, if that was the only thing going on, I'd play them, but I have so many other things to bet. I'd rather spend my money in other places. I'm big on home run props. I hit yesterday. That's awesome. Who'd you include in your, Let's see here. Any other comments? Nope. Let's move on then. So Red Sox Astros, first half under 4.5, the under of 9 for the full game. I really like this. Comments. Who's winning the PGA Championship? I don't know. I think there's a few guys that could win it. I'll bet that kind of stuff. I try to stay away from it too. Like I'm not a huge golf guy. I'll put a little money at, but golf betting is getting huge, and we can talk about the PGA Championship as it approaches, in the coming whatever. But I'm not betting golf right now. I'm staying in on basketball. I'm staying in on NHL. I'm staying in on baseball. Ohtani and bets. There you go. Smash Red Sox reverse line movement. Okay, there you go. I'm not going to smash the Red Sox at all. I'm going to smash the under. Luka better than Tatum. That's up for debate. I think Luka's a lot better than Tatum. Tatum's got a great supporting cast around him. I mean, when Tatum hasn't been good, Jaylen Brown stepped up. Like Luka doesn't have those guys. Luka has come to play in pretty much every single basketball game. I'm ready for football. I love betting on college football spreads. I can't wait for college football. We're going to be doing so much stuff from like college campuses and all that. It's going to be great. SEC football, baby, nothing like it. All right, let's get into baseball. I know a lot of people are here for base every day, guys. I feel bad because every day I come in, I recap, I talk basketball, NHL, and then baseball, and everyone just wants baseball like right away. All right, I got a few good plays in baseball. I think I do, at least. I really do. Let's talk about Red Sox and the Astros. If you like the Red Sox on the money line, great. If you like the Astros on the money line, great. I don't have a play there. I can't trust the Red Sox right now, but again, it wouldn't surprise me if they come out and mash tonight. I can't trust the Astros against the Red Sox because you just don't know what you're going to get here with the Astros coming to a place like Fenway Park. It's going to be packed tonight. I think a lot of people think the Red Sox are quote unquote back. Do I think they're back? I don't know. But here's the thing. You got Garrett Whitlock going. He's got that reliever mentality. That makes me favor the first half under because, when a reliever comes out, it's a different approach than a starter. I'm coming out to shove. And I know they're trying to convert Garrett Whitlock into a starter. I think they should make him the closer because you know what? Matt Barnes and whoever else is in this rotation isn't getting the job, or whoever else in the bullpen isn't getting the job done there. The bats came alive in Texas for 2 or 3 games, but yesterday they go back to scoring 1 run. Like, I need consistency. And the problem is, guys, here's the problem. When it's not JD, when it's not Devers, when it's not Bogarts, who's going to hit? If those 3 don't hit, it starts with them. I don't trust them to score runs until I see it consistently. Then I'll say, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll bet an over for the Red Sox. I'm still going to ride with the under. Odorizzi, 3.38, 1.24 whip. The Red Sox made Dallas Keuchel look like a Cy Young winner. And I'm not saying that they haven't gotten better because Trevor Story's starting to hit a little bit. Kike's starting to have some productive at bats. But at the same time here, I cannot trust them to score 9 runs today. And on top of that, in the first half under, I'm going to take that all the way because I trust Garrett Whitlock's going to get the job done today. Unless they leave him out there a little too long. If Garrett Whitlock can give me 4 great innings, that's all I'm asking for. 4 great innings, give up 1. That's a really good day out of Whitlock. But he's shoved this year. He's been really good, and he's got that reliever mentality. So anytime I see Whitlock out there for it to start a game, I usually go right away, first half under, knowing the Red Sox couldn't hit the ball. Now it's changed a little bit. The mentality's changed. They're starting to hit, but at the same time, too, I need a bigger body of work before I say, hey, this offense is back. Luka or Jokic? I think Luka. Yes, Jokic is obviously sensational, but on top of that, Luka just didn't have the supporting cast. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. It's amazing what he's done without a supporting cast. Take Guerrero home run, flex, and gives up homers. Yeah, I mean, I'm a flexing guy. I mean, as long as he keeps the ball down the zone, he's just fine. But again, he does elevate sometimes, and that hurts him. So yeah, I think Vladdy to hit home run's never a bad bet. Doesn't matter if he's slumping, doesn't matter at all. It's never a bad bet to bet on Vladdy. We got Marlins 1.5 on here coming in from Frank Sereno. Marlins 1.5 here. I look at this game. Sandy Alcantara at 1.5. See, guys, you guys ask me about, run line bets all the time. The Nationals, as we saw, they can make plays. Obviously, Aaron Sanchez is not the best pitcher in the world. He's going to give up runs. But on top of that, Miami's offense is very, very, very inconsistent. Yes, Sandy Alcantara is on the mound. He can shove, but at the same time, what are we going to get out of him? They're at home tonight. You're guaranteed one less at bat. This could be a tight game for plus 114. I don't love it. I think there's better run line bets on the board for away teams against bad teams. Like if you take the Angels, for example, like they're plus 115 tonight with Syndergaard on the mound as a road team. Now, you guys bet what you want, obviously. I'm just giving my opinion on that. Bet what you want. I mean, but when I see a run line bet, I like that home team. I don't like betting on the home team because they're going to get 8 at bats if they got the lead going in the 9th inning. So that's my take there. I think there's better bets on the board, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Nationals are bad. Marlins are okay, right? With Alcantara, a guy that could be in the mix for the Cy Young in the coming years, whatever. I mean, but plus 114, it's just the value isn't there enough to take a home team with an offense that's shaky. Take Guerrero. We got that. Mavs and Golden State, bro. Mavs and Golden State. Mavs and Golden State. I mean, I like the Mavs for plus 200. I think there's more value. I might be betting numbers, but you're going to get some big spread numbers for the Mavs in this series, and I'm going to take advantage of them. You might get burnt early in the series, but as we saw, playing in Dallas is different for this Mavs team. They step up, and on top of that, if this gets to a game 7, we know the Mavericks are probably going to play well in it. We saw it last night. So I would say the Mavs have a good series price, but again, I locked it in. I didn't put much on it, but I thought for plus 200, the value was there. And considering, for them to win the West at plus 200 versus them to win the whole thing at plus 440, 430, I'd rather take them to win the West at plus 200 right now. Top picks today. I'll have a few here for you, but I do like the Red Sox first half under and then the full game under of 9 as well. I think the first half I'm a little more comfortable with, even though it's only 4.5. That's only one big inning. But again, when you're playing with first half unders, you're playing with fire anyways. Top picks today. I'll give you my top picks right now, and I'm still going through them. But the next 3 bets I really, really like here. Cardinals money line at plus 102 versus the Mets. Now, what we saw the Cardinals do last night, I don't like playing run line at home. I hate playing run line at home. If you're going to give me run line at home, it better be plus 180, okay? It can't be plus 114. That's basically even money in my mind. So Cardinals money line versus the Mets here at plus 102. Now, Miles Mikolas is on the mound for the Cardinals, and he has been really, really good. Nats put up 13 runs yesterday. Can't imagine that happening again. Yeah, you can't. But again, with this Nats team, a lot of people, there are a lot of people that don't believe in the Nats. All right. Yes, you shouldn't believe in the Nats. But I'll tell you what, they got the best young player in baseball in Juan Soto. The best. Juan Soto's numbers are on pace for Mike Trout. All right. You also got Josh Bell, who's hitting like a maniac. So once they get going, they can score. Now, scoring 13 runs yesterday, I see it differently than, hey, they aren't going to score that again. I see it as, okay, well, you know what? They're going against Sandy Alcantara, who's been up and down and up and down. Yes, he's an all-star caliber pitcher. Yes, he's a Cy Young caliber pitcher. But you also got a team that's seeing beach balls at the plate. Hitting's contagious. We see it, right? Usually when a team scores 13 one day, yes, they're not going to score 13 the next, but they don't get shut out. From what I've seen, and varies from team to team. Obviously, you get the situations where they score 13, then they come back down to earth and score 1. But at the same time, too, I see them hitting a little bit. And concern the Marlins at home and their offense isn't that good. I just don't think the value's there. That was rough yesterday, dude. Wouldn't mind my money back from your shit picks. What are you talking about, guys? Guys, what are you talking about? What was I, 4-3 yesterday? Yeah, hockey didn't go well, but come on now. Those were 2 big plus money bets. So you know what? If you put less than a unit to go up a unit on those, you won big. Come on now. And I didn't ask you to tail me, but by the way, if you played all my bets, you won money. Like, these are the stupid comments that I hate on TikTok, but whatever. Anyways, Cardinals money line versus the Mets. Miles Mikolas on the mound for the Cardinals today. He's 3-1. Tanner Kern, man of the people. Gotta love it. He's 3-1, 149 whip. That's not great. No, 3-1, 1.49 ERA. I mean, 1.94 whip. Walked 8 batters in 42 innings. Mikolas has absolutely shoved this year. Cardinals offense coming off a day where they scored 15 runs against Carlos Rodon. So when I see that, I'm like, hey, you know what? I love that. I love that. Like, they beat up a really good pitcher yesterday. So today, when I see them going against Trevor Williams, who will pitch for the Mets, who's 0-2 with a 5.73 and a 1.64 whip. Granted, he's only got like 10 innings of work this year, but he's not Carlos Rodon. 11 innings of work. He's no Carlos Rodon, people. So when I see that, I guess a little different from you, Frank, I say, hey, I think they're going to score runs today. I think they're going to put up runs. Now, for money line value at plus 102, double your money there. I think it's better than playing the Mets at like minus 150 with a guy like Trevor Williams on the mound. Now, on top of this, I got some good stats for you. The Cardinals have a better OBP. They got a better slugging percentage. They have a better OBP plus slugging, and they've hit more home runs than the New York Mets. New York Mets are a better team overall, right? And I think in a 7-game series, I have a lot of Cardinals buddies. I have a ton of Cardinals buddies that, you know, say, hey, this is the year the Cardinals could do something. In a 7-game series, I don't think the Cardinals can play with the Mets because of their pitching rotation. But when you get a back end of the rotation guy like Trevor Williams, you can do some damage tonight for plus 102 because the Cardinals offensively and statistically are a better team. Granted, they play in the NL Central, the most trash division in baseball. But I'm just saying plus 102, it's a good bet. Let's see. Let's go Yankees. I love the Yankees. I'm going to play the Yankees today. What a day yesterday, Coach. Great job. Great job filming. Great job filming. Solo is unbelievable right now. Soto is unbelievable. Yeah, Soto's so good. Soto's great. Josh Bell's great. And that's when they hit the ball, hitting's contagious, right? So it starts with Soto. Same thing with the Red Sox. If those 3 hit and you get some production from the back end of the lineup, guys, you're going to score runs. Let's go Yankees. What do you think about both the Sox games today? So you mean White Sox, Red Sox? I hate the White Sox so much. They're just so inconsistent to me. Did the White Sox even play today? Red Sox. I mean, I have Red Sox. I have the under of the Red Sox game, and then under in the first half. Did the White Sox play today? I didn't see them. White Sox play 8-10 against the Royals. I don't have a line for that on my book currently, so I don't know if there's pitching trouble or not. If you could drop in the comments, I can give you an opinion, but on my book, I don't have anything. Sox under 9 plus 105. Come on now. I got a minus 102, Coach, so I don't know what book you're looking at, but I'm sure it opened to even money today. I do like the under there. I like the under 4.5, as I said. How do I feel about Mariners 1.5 today? Blue Jays struggling badly. They are. I think Flexen's good enough, but minus 154, I think there's better bets to play. I think it's a decent parlay piece, but there are better bets to play. Kikuchi's been inconsistent, but he has shoved against good lineups like the New York Yankees this year. So with that being said, you might want to stay away from that. If you're going to go plus 1.5 for minus 154, take him at plus 136. Take a chance on the money line. That's my take there. Chicago pitcher undecided. That's why there's no line. Yeah, so I can't really give you an opinion until I see who's going to pitch in that game. Obviously, the White Sox are better than the Royals, but they can't hit. So it's a toss-up. Probably play the under. I bet that's going to be a good play. Like White Sox, Red Sox under. It was killer, absolutely killer, because neither team could hit the ball at that point. All right, so Cardinals, money line versus the Mets. Double your money there, plus 102. I do like that a lot here. Let's see, any comments on YouTube? We got something here. Keller for the Royals, undecided for the White Sox. So I love Keller. I mean, Keller's good enough to shove against this White Sox offense. So with that being said, probably go under, depending on what you get for the White Sox. Now, the Royals don't hit the ball in general, so probably a good move. Go with the under there. Now it could be 7.5, and I hate playing those, but if I had to give you a pick without a line right now, it would be under or White Sox money line, obviously. But again, you're not going to get value on that, people. Okay, so Angels run line versus the Rangers. I'm really feeling the Angels on the run line. Now, we lost one bet when the day they played the doubleheader against the A's. We took the early game. Obviously, that loss. They delivered yesterday for us. We're going to continue to play it. We're going to go back to it, and we're going to keep hammering. Noah Syndergaard's on the mound. Syndergaard's been very good coming off Tommy John, obviously. 3-1, 2.45 ERA, 1.06 whip. Here's the stat that I love. When I look at run line bets, I look at, when I look at unders, whatever, I'm playing run line, but this is the stat I look at. Home runs allowed out of the starter. Because if a starter gives up home runs early, unders are going to die and run line bets are going to die. For a run line bet to be successful, you really need to get a good start. And the Angels have the pitcher on the mound to get a good start today. John Gray going for Texas, 5.51 with a 1.22 whip. Gray has the ability to shove, but at the same time, he's been inconsistent. The Angels team OBP is 40 points higher. They're slugging 80 points higher. The team ERA is nearly a point lower. and they've scored 51 more runs and hit 16 more bombs. This is why I love run line bets here. This is why I love it, people. This is why. Okay. Angels run line at plus 122, plus money, plus 122. They're on the road tonight against a team that's inconsistent at the plate with a not great starter on the mound. John Gray has been good in the past, right? He's not been good this year. And look at the numbers. OBP 40 points higher. Slugging's 80 points higher. Team ERA is nearly a point lower for the Angels tonight. Okay, they scored 51 more runs and 16 more bombs. How do you cover on the run line? You score runs. The Angels do it. I know their offense has been a little shaky as of late, but you got Shohei Ohtani hitting bombs, a couple home runs in this game. It's over, right? The Rangers struggled against the Red Sox. They scored. They won 7-1, 8-1 yesterday, so they did score some runs. But at the same time, the matchup is there for me to take a chance with plus 122 odds rather than compared, we're asking about, Miami, and I don't want to pick on Miami too much, but like this is, in my opinion, this is just a much better spot for a run line bet tonight with the Angels on the road at plus 122. Okay. Let's see here. Comments rolling in here. O's versus Yankees. I have a bet. I'm betting on the Yankees. I'm riding the Yankees train. I'm going to ride it. A's or Twins. I think Twins overall. Great job on the Celtics content yesterday, Tanner, killing it. But I told you Mavs money line was a lot. And you know what? Listen, I can't complain. Yes, would I like the plus 270? Yes, I would have. I really would have. But you know what? I'll take plus 6.5. I'll double my money. It's fine. I'm happy 6.5 hit. This is your second channel. I just realized. Yeah, so this is our betting channel. This is the podcast betting channel. We also have Team Parlay Sports, which doesn't have much betting on there. We might include some betting in the future on there. But this is like strictly betting, bet the day. It's our podcast every day, 10 a.m., 7 days a week, working hard for you guys. Go buy a t-shirt, subscribe to YouTube, check out Discord, and check us out on TikTok. So we have a bunch of content, like the tattoo content, the video that went viral there. That's on like our Team Parlay Sports, but I'm going to post some betting interviews today from yesterday that I did about asking people if they're going to cover the spread. Celtics are going to cover. So look out for those on this page. Angels better on the road, Rangers worse at home. All signs point to LA win, not just LA win, like LA cover. Because for plus 122, guys, that's a great deal. Now, if you're going to play it safe in a parlay, like minus 142 isn't bad odds at all for money line. Like it's not. I'm not going to lay that in baseball when I know the Angels are on pace to win 100 games, but they're still going to win 60. They're still going to lose 62, right? Celtics are the most solid team left, took their future to win it all. When did you get it at G-Units? Did you get it? I think, did you comment you got it at plus 220? I feel like you did. I'm not really sure there, but if you got it plus 220, like I said, I wouldn't have done that, but like I think they're going to win all. I think it's a great bet. But on top of that, like I would have got it. Like I wanted to get it at plus in game 6 at plus 1,000. So that's what we talked about earlier. But I do plus 220. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a great bet. I think they're on track. But like plus 1,000, it was plus 1,000 2 days ago. Like when I do futures, I just like to buy at the right time. So I think that was a great bet. But I stayed away from it at plus 220. I'm not doing any more NBA futures right now, at least. So that's what I'm going with. Angels run line plus 122 versus the Rangers. Now, finally, people, I know you think I'm a Red Sox fanatic and I hate the New York Yankees. I actually love New York Yankees because they're making me money right now currently. Anyways, let's get to the comments on YouTube. Can't neglect the YouTube comments. I will get back into TikTok. So Keller for the Royals got that. Love Keller. White Sox bats are pretty cold. The White Sox bats have been cold all year long. Just have not been good. LA Angels first 5 over a half for plus 105 isn't too bad either. No, it's not. But again, you don't know what you're going to get with John Gray. He could shove. I'm not like the ERA is bad. The whip's bad. He doesn't have that much workload right now compared to some other pitchers. So he could come out, do something tonight. You're playing with fire though. Like I say, you got to go through Trout and Ohtani. It's not easy. There's Brandon Marsh too. Like these guys can hit the baseball. So you got to go through a loaded caliber of guys. So I think that could be a good bet. But again, those first inning bets for me, sprinkle at most. That's why I don't play Nerfies for like minus 150, minus 160, because like I have to lay 150 to win 100 on a Nerfy bet. I'm not going to do it. All right. Yankees Run Line versus the Orioles here. I love the Yankees Run Line, guys. Yankees Run Line is a Yankees Run Line's been pretty damn good. It's the new Dodgers Run Line. That's what I'll say with them going cold the past few days. Now, here's another thing about Run Line. Yes, I said I wanted positive odds. But with this case, a traditional spread bet in basketball is minus 110 each side. Traditional spread bet in football, minus 110. Yankees Run Line today, minus 110. They're going against the Orioles. You got Luis Severino going against Kyle Brandish. And on paper, actually, Brandish is better than Severino. Now, I know Severino's had a lot of injury problems coming back, getting back in the rotation. But at the same time, too, the Yankees are playing great baseball. They're hitting the ball. and their bullpen's a lot better than the Orioles. I know they always struggle in Baltimore, and I don't know if it's just me or you, whatever. I think Yankee fans can agree with this, but every time I watch the Yankees play in Baltimore, they always seem to struggle. All right, now I know earlier in the year when they played Orioles in Baltimore, I think they had a tight first game, then they blew them out the last two or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But the Yankees always seem to struggle at Camden Yards. With this being said, though, the Yankees have hit 24 more home runs than the Baltimore Orioles. They have a team OBP that's 20 points higher, and they slug 70 points higher. So with that being said, I feel really good about this run line bet tonight. You got to go with the numbers. I can't go off, the Yankees don't play well in Baltimore. It's a long season. On top of this, too, Yankees bullpen, starters, everything combined, the whole pitching staff, 64 more strikeouts than the Orioles. So this game is won by home runs and strikeouts. Knowing that the Yankees have hit 24 more home runs and they have 64 more strikeouts than the Baltimore Orioles, I'm going to play that all day long. That's my take there. Minus 110, you really can't beat it. Double your money there. Easy stuff. So that does it, guys. That's all my plays. So we can go through them real quick again. I have, let's see here. No basketball, no hockey today, right? Red Sox, Astros, first half under 4.5, and then under 9 for the full game. I have Cardinals Money Line plus money there, Angels Money Line plus money there, and then Yankees Run Line plus money, or no, minus 110 there. Comment rolling in here. Fantasy Football AZ. Yo, how we doing? Ready for football season? Cannot wait. Should be a lot of fun there. We'll hammer baseball though in the meantime. But yeah, so that's the plays today. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays total, 2 in that Red Sox game. Obviously, the first half under is dictated by the full game under. If the first half under can hit, the full game under could probably hit. So I might do that as a same game parlay. I don't know, just for fun. But again, I feel good about the Red Sox first half under with Locke on the mound going against Odorizzi. The Red Sox should have picked up Odorizzi about 2 years ago when he needed a contract. That was my take. They really need some help there. Angels Run Line or money Run Line. My bad. Angels Run Line plus 122 there. And granted, you could take them. You could take a money line if you're willing to lay minus 142. I think if you're going to do a parlay, you might want to go with the Run Line, but I'd go Run Line straight. If you want to do a parlay, I'd go money line. But you could also do Run Line. I feel good about Run Line. The numbers are there for Run Line, so take it, but it depends how safe you want to be in your parlay. Cardinals Money Line today at plus 102. Yeah, Cardinals Money Line plus 102. I'm going with that. I really like the Cardinals today. I mean, Miles Mikolas 3-1, 149 whip, 0.94 or 149 ERA, 0.94 whip. Gotta love that. Thank you. No problem, guys. No problem. Any other questions? Throw them in the chat, and then we'll sign off here. Right at an hour, guys. We're getting this down. Right at an hour. Some days we go an hour 20. Some days we go an hour 10. But you know what? Right around an hour every single day. So gotta love that. Zeus the God just joined. How you doing, guys? Any other questions? Throw them in the chat. I thought you originally said Angels Run Line. Angels Run Line, yes. Angels Run Line 100%. I have Angels Run Line. In a parlay, you might want to go Angels Money Line if you don't feel good about the Run Line bet. But I think if they're going to win by more than 2. So you might as well throw it in the parlay. But these are all straights, guys. When I give you guys bets, I play them as straights. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to play Angels Run Line as a straight at plus 122. Lock of the day. I like the Angels. I said it yesterday. Hop in the Discord. Yeah, Johnny Gonzalez, hop in the Discord. Discord's a great place to be, guys. Almost have 1,000 members in there. So that'd be cool if we could hit that soon. Discord's awesome. We love Discord. It's the #1 place to interact with me. Ask me questions all day long. You interact with our community. Everyone gives their pick, shows their winning tickets. You know, it's a good betting community in there. That's what I would say. No problem. Thank you. No problem, guys. My lock of the day. I think, Angels, when I look at the math that makes sense, there's 2+ money bets. Cardinals Money Line, obviously, versus the Mets. I hate betting against the Mets at home because, again, we've seen a lot of New York Magic there. But at the same time, the numbers are there. So I got to go with the numbers. Miles Mikolas on the mound for the Cardinals versus a guy like Trevor Williams, knowing the Cardinals can hit the baseball and they're coming off a day where they murdered Carlos Rodon. I got to go with them. Angels Run Line at plus 122 versus the Rangers. John Gray has not been fantastic by any means. The Angels have Syndergaard on the mound. They're hitting the baseball. I got to ride with that as well. Let's see here. Just got here. Picks of the day. Any nerfies? I don't really have any nerfies, guys. I can give you opinions on nerfies. I don't have any nerfies. Knowing that the Red Sox first half under, I'm playing the Red Sox first half under and the under of 9 for the full game. You might want to ride with that. I am a 1 unit guy, but I'll do half unit bets. I do a lot of half unit bets, I would say. It all depends what I'm feeling, guys. And if I get plus money, I might go less because I'm just trying to make some money, So if I would have taken the Mavericks at plus 270 last night, I wouldn't have put a unit on them. So it just all depends on the odds and the juice and all that. Rays 1.5 versus the Tigers. Tigers are playing good baseball. The Rays are at home for plus 106. There's no value there, in my opinion. No value at all. I think there's better places to put your money today. Obviously, if I'm going to pick a team, probably the Rays with Kluber on the mound at home, but at the same time, there's better place to put your money. Running everything you said in a parlay. Let's go. I love that. Let's win today. Yes, sir. Let's cash. Any other questions, guys? Throw them in the chat. If not, we will sign off here. Any other questions, guys? Throw them in the chat. Before we wrap up here, though, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, comment on YouTube, like, share, do it all. That's what we need, guys. 7.4 thousand likes on TikTok today. That is awesome. Check out our merch, guys. Got a ton of merch. Bet the Day merch, 3 Team Parlay Sports merch. Go over to TikTok. We got a lot of interviews, a lot of content from the Celtics game. I'm going to be posting that throughout the day today. Already got some stuff up there as well. Any futures I had? I bought Celtics at plus 2,000, which was nice bet there at plus 2,000 early on, just for fun. I put $50 on it. It wasn't much, but still, it's a nice bet there and be a nice little payout. I have Mavericks to win this series. I had Mavericks to win last series. I don't have any other things on the table. What's the locks? What's the picks here? Braves money line. Let me just get to this one on YouTube here. Braves money line. Ian Anderson going for them. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good road bet considering the Brewers are so inconsistent to play. Everyone loves the Brewers. I mean, the under, I wouldn't take it all just because I think the Braves can hit. But yeah, I do like Ian Anderson a lot. I think plus 122 is a good bet. What's the locks? The locks are, I have 4 plays. All right, yeah. Well, Red Sox first half under, 4.5, under a 9 for the full game. I hate the Brewers too. They're on the no bet list, so we always bet against the Brewers. Cardinals money line plus 102 versus the Mets. Angels run line plus 122 versus the Rangers, and then Yankee run line as well. So that's what we're going with. Got a few run lines in there, 2+ money bets on the board today. So it could be a lucrative day. We'll see what we can do, guys. And I'll post this all on TikTok here in a minute. We're having trouble with our TikTok today. I was trying to post some videos, and I kept getting that, like, the video has to process, which I hate. So I went in, I cleared the cache, whatever it's called. I logged out, logged back in. So hopefully that we can get some videos up right away on there. Can you say that again? My bad. I'm a screen record. No problem. Okay, ready? You got the screen recorder. I'll give you a second here. Red Sox first half under, 4.5, under of 9 for the full game. So that's 2 plays there. Pick what you want. I'm going to go with both of them. I might go same game parlay. I'm not sure yet. Cardinals money line plus 102. That's locked in already. Angels run line plus 122. That's locked in already. And then Yankees run line minus 110 versus the Orioles. I see that creeping up today, so you might want to get that sooner rather than later. Let's see what it's at right now. Yankees run line is already at minus 118. So you already lost $8 on that. If you put down 100. Tailing all day, I like Yanks minus 1.5 and Angels. Okay, got that. Yankees minus 1.5, Angels. I like that. Good luck, everyone. Let's get it. Yes, sir. So we got that. Y'all put so I'll put them in the Discord. Yeah. So if you join Discord, guys, all the picks are in there every day. You don't have to write them down or screen record. I'll put them in the Discord after I do my TikTok video here. I got to get on TikTok. I got to figure out why my videos weren't uploading before. But I'll get them on TikTok. We'll be good to go there. And then get them on Discord. I have them on Discord. We have all our community guys post them on Discord. So you'll see a bunch of picks in there. And then obviously I just do a YouTube video as well, just straight up talk. And after this, I get on, just give my picks, 4 or 5 minutes and just talk about that. So other than that, guys, any other questions, let me know. Throw them in the chat. If not, we will sign off here. I think we're good. So remember, all right, my man, Tanner, buena suerte. Good luck. Good luck, my man. Let's win some money today. Cash out. So anyways, guys, subscribe on YouTube. Join us on Discord. Subscribe. Check out our merch. We have a ton of merch, guys. That's all linked in the description below. Join Discord. TikTok. Get on TikTok. Get on 3 Team Parlay TikTok. Get on the Bet the Day TikTok, guys. Check it all out. We got a ton of great content coming over the next few days with these Celtics interviews. I'm going to be out the Red Sox game tonight before the game on Lansdowne Street doing some interviews, asking people if the Red Sox are back. So that'll be fun. So make sure you look out for that as well, guys. Might go out there a couple times this week, too, to do some stuff. So make sure you check all that out. Love you all. Great show, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for another video.